where you are in your self-development journey, you're going to have to fight for self-confidence. And whether you're just starting out with your personal brand, or you've been at this for a while, or you reached the peak, you still have to every day strive for self-confidence. And that's something I didn't understand at first. I thought confidence was a destination. I thought I would get here and be confident, and that was it. I was fly as F for the rest of my life. But gradually, and you know life will humble you, gradually I've come to find that every day you strive for self-confidence. Every day you have a win. Every day you conquer yourself. Every day you discipline yourself. You find some sort of self-confidence. And today in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to build self-confidence in yourself. And the reason why it is called self-confidence is because it's not coming from anywhere else. It's coming from you and the things that you prove to yourself that you're worthy of. And there are lots of ways that you can do that. My personal journey is in the reading of the right books, right? For me, reading books was never a problem, but reading the right books was always a problem. I was, fed on romance novels and fiction, and really cool fiction, but fiction nonetheless. And I really didn't understand as a girl growing up why motivational books sold so much, why self-help books sold so much. And now, growing up, I realized that at some point, you've got to take responsibility for your life. And doing that involves self-education. And that's what these self-help books were about. And so I had to rearrange my reading schedule. I had to align myself, read books that actually helped me become the woman I wanted to become. Because fiction is interesting, it's entertainment, it's like watching a movie. But actually helping yourself, actually taking steps to read something that's not just a random stories, but something that you've got to implement on, that's first of all, that step in itself will give you confidence in that I like myself so much. I'm so focused on growing that I'm willing to take these steps to grow. That adds to your confidence. And then you now actually implement on the things that you're reading, the things that you're learning. That adds to your confidence too. So not to digress, I'll get there. When I started doing that, I started to pick a few books. On Instagram and TikTok, you find a lot of recommendations. I think I have a few videos here too, talking about the books that I have read that have helped me. One of those books was Think and Grow Rich. Now, Think and Grow Rich helped me realize that the development of self-confidence is actually a thing. And it's something I need to strive for every single day. It's not just a one-day thing. It's not something that I do today and not do tomorrow. And in that book, it actually gives you like a template of things that you should read out loud every single day. And at first that sounded a little bit because I've always looked at these things as just really far out there and not for me. But it actually explains why you need to read out these things, and it makes sense to me. You should probably read that book and see if it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, stay away from it. I give recommendations on here, but what works for me doesn't have to work for you, and that's fine. Just make sure that you figure out some way to get the same results. Regardless of how confident you are, all of us have times when we don't feel confident. The most confident person out there actually has days when they're questioning themselves. They actually have rooms that they're, invited to enter, that they're wondering whether they're worthy to enter. They have days when they want to show up, but it really feels like everybody else is doing so much better and they're not. So you're not alone. If you've had days, if you've had weeks and even months of feeling like you're not good enough to do this thing, you're not good enough to try out this thing, you're not good enough to move this way because only a certain kind of people move that way, I'm here to tell you that that is absolute rubbish. What you need to do is actually get investing in your self-confidence. Everything that you need. If a door is open to you, that's because you're qualified to enter, right? But we're stuck just looking at the open door, looking at it like, oh, I don't look like the people that are in there. Meanwhile, all you have to do is work on the self-confidence you need to actually go in there. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing a few of the things that helped me build self-confidence and that will help you if you implement. So first of all, try to find the places, the areas in your life that actually make you feel less confident about yourself. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Everyone has things they're good at, things they're not so good at, right? And so things that you're not so good at, as opposed to sitting down and lamenting over them, you actually get to work fixing them, right? Personally, I was really good at reading, like I said, but I wasn't good at reading the right books, and that was a weakness because I was spending so much time investing in fluff when I really could have been moving my life faster in the right direction. So that's something that I got to work on. I got to reading the right books. Now, another thing that I was doing really terrible at was my fitness. I didn't have any kind of dieting. I didn't have a filter for, the things I ate, and that's something that actually messed with my confidence because I could tell that I wasn't eating the right things. And so that was another place I got to work. So all round, you have a life audit and check what are the things that I need to fix, right? And fixing them, the process of fixing them is what builds your self-confidence, not the result. I'm telling you, if you feel like you need to lose a little weight just for yourself and how you feel, actually getting up in the morning and going to the gym or taking a jog will have you feeling more confident than actually the body that you're aiming for. Eventually, it's the lifestyle, it's the person that you become in the process that builds the confidence. So the next thing that you need to do is actually be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself, because every day we're striving. Everybody is trying to be better. Everybody's trying to be the best version of yourself. I have an entire section of videos on this channel dedicated to being the best version of yourself. But you've got to practice kindness with yourself. You've got to cut yourself some slack. You've got to remind yourself that you're actually doing well. If you've decided to go on a journey of self-discovery, of self-awareness, of growth, that in itself, first of all, that decision is already a win. And then the steps, the daily steps that you take. One of the hacks that I found is, if you're building a habit, if you're trying to do something, you're trying to say, this is, early in this year, you're trying to build a workout habit, right? And for some reason, you go 5 days back to back to back to back, and then you miss the 6th day. The rule is don't miss more than 1 day, right? Because when you miss 1 day and you make sure that you get back on the wagon the next day, you're still on course. But once you miss 1 day and then the next day you miss, morale starts to drop. I want you to treat yourself like an exquisite, expensive piece of art that you've got to maintain, that you've got to continue to protect and cherish and do all the things that you need to do for that piece of art to still remain the exclusive, expensive piece of art that it is, because that is what we are, and even more. So from your mind to your body to your heart to your relationships, everything that's going to make you move like the best version of yourself. Because listen, the best version of yourself automatically, helps other people. The impact that it makes is too important for you to be sleeping on yourself right now. So if you're on the journey to self-confidence, I want you to think about the things that you're telling yourself, the things that you're thinking, the negativity you're allowing around you. If there are negative people around you, I need you to get out of there ASAP. If you are the negative person around you, then you know that we've got to fix that too. Just make sure that you're speaking kindly to yourself. And then finally, take care of yourself. Self-confidence, one of the things that have added my confidence, and you won't believe it, is drinking from a wine glass. It's like, there are paper cup girls and there are wine glass girls, and I decided I'm a wine glass girl. No offense to paper cup girls, and I used a paper cup yesterday. But the point of the whole exercise was just to remind myself that I was worthy of luxury, that I was worthy of the nice things, right? Because it became a habit that you keep. And this is me running my own home, right? I'll keep the nice wine glasses for the visitors and the paper cups for myself, or the regular cups for myself. And it's like, why am I not also a guest? Am I not a princess, right? So that's the whole point of this exercise. So pick 1 or 2, 3 things, whatever. For some people it's lighting candles, for some people it's investing in like skincare, for some people whatever it is that's going to remind you of the luxurious queen that you are, I think you should invest in it. Now, I'm saying this knowing that financial literacy and not spending on everything you feel like spending is also important in your journey to self-confidence. I'm saying that find the little things. Find the luxury in the little things, and that is what is going to take you there. So I hope that this video helped. If you have any questions, just drop me a comment. If you have anything to say, I really want to hear from you. Drop me a comment in the comment section and I'll give you an immediate reply. Thank you for watching and good luck with your journey to self-confidence. I will see you in the next video.